Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this somewhat chill get ready with me. I'm gonna get ready with a bunch of, well, new makeup, some first impressions, some second impressions, some stuff that's like a fifth impression. I just pulled a bunch of makeup that I really wanted to be using from my collection, and I am gonna be discussing this new trend of de-influencing that I really don't feel is like giving the kind of energy that people think they're gonna be giving. Like it's not the flex that people think it is. Maybe that could be the whole thing about this video. And if you haven't been here before, do consider subscribing because I do upload quite a lot of videos every week all about makeup, all about beauty. I'm gonna take off my ring because I want to try this new primer. This even has the sticker still on. I bought this when I was at Target the other day with my husband. This is the new NYX Freezy Cooling Primer and Moisturizing Base. This is supposed to be, I love like something that's cooling. A cooling lippy, a cooling primer, a cooling mask. I'm all about that life. This doesn't smell like much. Maybe a little minty. It looks like a gel, but like a little bit, almost like frosty gel. Like not 100% see-through. Is it cooling? Because I didn't put this in the fridge. It says to not use it too close to the eyes, so let's not do that. Not really, at least not right now. I'll leave it on for a couple of minutes and report back, but it's not as cooling as that like mask that I like to use. Let me actually bring that one. That one, if you really like a cooling kick in the morning, that is a gel mask that is a wash off hydrating wake up mask. Absolutely love it, and it's also very affordable. This has a little bit of a cooling sensation, but honestly, nothing to write home about. Okay, so this is the mask that I'm talking about. This is the I'm Green Tea Hydro Burst Morning Mask by Tony Moly. I will link this down below. This is also a jelly mask. It smells very fresh, not minty. Just like herbally fresh, just smells like fresh skincare to be honest. And you put it on your skin, you leave it on for a bit, and this is an actually cooling experience. You don't have to put it in the fridge or anything. Such a nice mask if you, like me, live in a warm and humid climate and just want to have something to just cool down your skin a little bit in the morning time. So definitely recommend it. I will leave it down below. This primer, it leaves the skin a little tacky. It might be great for, I don't know, for a primer, but I don't know about this freezy claim. Maybe you do need to put it in the fridge to make that work. I have no idea. This foundation shade is, I mean, it's pretty good for my shoulder. You can tell that I've been self-tanning, but not so much in my face. But yeah, I think this is gonna sort itself out. So, this de-influencing trend. You know what I thought when I heard it? Let me just quickly talk a little bit about de-influencing. The trend or the term of de-influencing kind of recently rose to popularity on TikTok. I don't know exactly through which TikTok influencer, but somebody got the bright idea to, instead of talking about influencing, talking about de-influencing, which I've said this before, but if you've been around for a longer cycle on like YouTube and social media, this is not something new. This whole idea of like, instead of telling people what to buy, we would be more telling people what not to buy, or like talking them out of stuff. And TikTok literally is just going through the exact same cycle as YouTube and Instagram did, but maybe more in 2016, 2017, where I will say that the makeup community was a little bit in shambles after a lot of like shady practices was brought to light, and a lot of people that had not been disclosing when they were sponsored or when they were using affiliate links, it was kind of just brought to everyone's attention that maybe not everyone was playing a fair game. This is definitely a shade too dark for me right now. Fascinating. Yeah, definitely a shade too dark. This one is in light medium sand, but I think this is gonna be good when I have a tan, but right now it is a shade too dark, so I'm definitely gonna be highlighting a little bit with this concealer that is a little lighter. But when I saw this whole trend of de-influencing, I couldn't help but giggle a little bit and just think to myself, oh, I guess the TikTok kids finally realized that you don't have to like everything. You don't have to like all makeup. You can actually not like something and just, you know, be honest when you don't like something. Because I feel like TikTok for a little while was just filled with overly positive reviews. I want to call it demonstrations of people that was just like hoping to go viral, hoping to be noticed by brands, hoping to make a living, hoping to just be the new Michaela. And I really am grateful to see that people are realizing that you can just not like something as well. But I remember, and when was this, when Kimberly Clark became very popular with the anti-hauls? It was basically like the antidote to the constant hauling of the OG beauty gurus, because they were doing haul after haul after haul, telling people you need this. Run, don't walk. I am obsessed. You absolutely need to be trying this out. You should go and buy it right now. Not fully disclosing what has been sent to them, what they bought themselves, what they have affiliate codes with, what they have affiliate links with. And it was just all a blur of undisclosed monetization back in the day. This kind of rose to the surface. People were not having it at all. And with Kimberly Clark, which unfortunately she does not upload anymore, came a wave of more anti-consumerism and just being a little bit more open to saying, you know what, I don't want this. I am actually not at all interested in this release. We don't need to buy absolutely everything. It is okay to look at something and be like, I don't need it, I don't want it, thank you very much, next. And I don't know what it is about TikTok and the absolute resistance to reusing a term or reusing a concept. They have to rename everything. So now what we used to call an anti-haul is now called de-influencing. But I don't think that they're doing it correctly, because what they're calling de-influencing, I would just call an honest review. Oh my god, this foundation is so sticky, but I want to use a little bit of, I'm gonna use this bronzer palette or like contour bronzer palette before I do some powder, but I'm gonna have to powder my entire face because I am flypaper. I have become flypaper, the ultimate bug catcher. And I usually will say that I am the kind of person that on numerous occasions have called out both people, viewers, and influencers, creators, for having this way of seeing negative people as being honest and positive people as just lying or exaggerating, when I know for a fact that that is definitely a two-way street. There is a lot of people that will jump on a bandwagon and do a overly negative review just because it gets views, or just because they know that it will get viewers to trust them more when it comes to other things. So I definitely think that that probably also has been used by some people during this de-influencing trend on TikTok, where people have been posting stuff that is grabbing attention for a reason. Like dog hairs are stuck to my face. This is my truth now. So I'm gonna be diving in. I have the eyeshadow palette and the holographic liquid shadows here as well. This is the Valentine's collection by Gloss Gods. I will link this down below. I'm gonna be wearing one of the liquid blushes in Bay, which is this like peach. Gloss Gods is a Swedish indie brand, and I will link them down below in case you're interested in them. I have not tried these blushes before, and I was getting a lot of feedback from you wanting me to try them out. There's literally more hair here. I am going crazy. That is more pigmented than I thought it was gonna be. I don't like a big blush placement, and I definitely do not like blush down here, and definitely not on my nose. That is really beautiful. It's a little bit more on the sheer side. So let me see if we can build just a little bit more right here. And I have no idea if this is gonna dry down or not either. So the trend de-influencing definitely has taken different forms on the platform. I'm even seeing creators on YouTube do de-influencing videos, which I see de-influencing going in several different directions. Some are just like videos or TikToks of people just complaining. Just being ranty, complainy. Rant, listen, nothing gets views like rants. If you can just be angry online, you'll get the views. People love seeing others be even more angry than they are. It is literally the favorite pastime of some people. So if you can build a career of being angry online, you'll get the views. You won't get any sponsorships, but you'll get the views for sure. People don't even care if you're honest or not. If you're angry online, people are all about that life. The other thing I see is people just kind of, I don't want to say coming clean, but kind of just admitting that some things online just really isn't as hyped as it is like been marketed as. Like, this is a nice blush, but it's not all that. This is a nice foundation, but it isn't all that. And that seems to be the second one. The third one is just people kind of telling you buy this, not that, which is not an anti-haul, which is not de-influencing. That is just you influencing in a different direction, which is literally the opposite of de-influencing. That's just you doing a buy this, not that. That video idea already exists. You don't need to take over the de-influencing trend to do that. And then the fourth one is people just giving honest reviews of things they don't like. And it is okay to not like everything. I feel like on TikTok, if you don't like it, don't talk about it. And I will say, while I 1,000,000% agree that if you don't like someone, you don't need to tell them, and you don't need to tell the whole online world that you don't like them. But when it comes to makeup, it's not a person. If you don't like the makeup and you actually think that you saying that you don't like this might help your viewers, that's just a review. That's what a review is. A review is not you telling your viewers how much you love something. A review is you telling your viewers when you like something, when you don't like something, and why. Because a lot of these de-influencing TikToks, it's still just instead of saying, I love this, it's the best thing since sliced bread, they're saying, I hate this, it's the worst thing since the plague. And I'm like, why? Can we know a why, please? I'm finally getting around to trying these Wayne Goss lippies. I had the lip liner here in sepia, which I don't think that this is a sepia color, but I kind of like the color. It's a little dark mauve. And then I have this lippy. This is not gonna match, but we're using them together. This is in Nutmeg, which is like a warm beige. It actually goes pretty good together. It smells a little bit like old lipstick. I got these in my Beautylish Lucky Bag. And this is actually the first time I'm trying Wayne Goss. You know what? That's really pretty. I like the color. I like the consistency a lot. It's a little bit like not a glossy, but like a more of a shiny satin. I approve. I really, really like that one. I'm gonna just apply a little bit of highlighter and some eye primer, and then we can get in with the eyeshadow. Did I just like talk about this entire thing and I'm just done now and we're at the eyeshadow? I don't know. Ooh. I used another brush with this one this time because I felt like the brush that I used last time wasn't the best one. This highlighter by Colourpop is a little bit hard pressed, and it's definitely not, at least not this color that is in Heart of Gold. Ooh, let's not drop it. It's not like a super blinding highlight. Honestly, it's more like almost like a glowy blush topper because it is so peachy pink. But I thought it would like match with this look, and it goes really well with the blush. This tastes like lipstick too, you know, the lipstick taste. I don't know if I love that. Okay, let me go in with some of the eyeshadows. Actually, man overboard, let me put on some swatches of these and you can see what it looks like. This is the Your Forever Love. I'm pretty sure that this is in collaboration with helping doggies in need. So if you are interested in that as well, I think that some of the proceeds from this one is being donated to charity. I will say, I don't have the best eyesight. Listen, a bitch is 39 and this is white printed on mint and I am having a very, very, very hard time reading this. Really, really hard time. But it is, yeah. I'll link it down below. What do I want to start with? I think I'm gonna start with, I want to do one of the holographic shadows and I'm thinking I might do the pink one just because I kind of want to do, I feel like I want to do something pink today. So I might start with the Chasing Tail just because I want this to be like a fully like pinky look. So I think I'm gonna put a little bit of that out here. What do you think about this whole de-influencing trend? Who do you think has been doing it the best and actually has been like de-influencing and like letting people know to save their money? Not like buy this instead, not like a just hating on products, not just like reviewing a product honestly that they just don't like, but actually like truly de-influencing you to be like, I don't need another blush or I don't need another highlighter. It doesn't matter if it's good or not. That's not the whole point of de-influencing. De-influencing is not really, or like an anti-haul, it's not really about whether or not the product is good. It's more about the, doesn't matter if it's good or not. Do you need it or do you like have it? And I mean, I will be super happy if this whole de-influencing trend means that we get to see more varied reviews on TikTok of just people not just wowing and gushing and being so excited over any kind of makeup that falls into their lap, but actually like looking at it critically and being like, did we need this? Or do I own this? Because I feel like TikTok is just stuck in this hamster wheel of 2016 where all makeup releases are the best makeup release since sliced bread, and people are just overly excited about things being released even though they have been equally excited about the same kind of product already 3 times this week. Like, how many times a week can a highlighter change your life? I would argue not even once. So I'm gonna go in with this shade in the middle now. It is called, oh my, this white text on mint, Waggy Tail. Oh, makes me miss my little buddies. I wonder where they are. Is there a dog here? Hello? No, I don't think they're here right now. I was out with them just before this and they're just cutest in the world. Absolutely adore them. If you didn't know, I have 2 dogs and a cat. We have one boxer that we brought here from Sweden. His name is Tesla. And then we have a rescue dog that we rescued here in the neighborhood. She was abandoned and she wasn't shipped and nobody claimed her. And she was not very well taken care of. She was not very well taken care of, so we decided to take her in because the shelters were full. So we just had her here until we like could decide what we were gonna do with her, and because the shelters were full. But she just so quickly got along with our other pets so well. And I mean, we have a cat as well that we also brought here from Sweden. Her name is Semla and she loves Kajsa. She loves Kajsa, our like rescue dog. So yeah, she stays here now. So we were just taking her in the beginning because the shelters were full, but then we were like, no, she likes it here and we love her, so I'm so happy that she stays here. Okay, so the one that I want to use is this one. It is called You Are My BFF, and I'll show you a swatch. I'll show you a swatch of how this one looks, and it is like almost like a fiery coral to a gold, and it has that gray holographic base, so it has like holographic particles in it as well. I love that I'm just going in and I don't really have a plan. I'll be prepared with a brush. So let us see if we can just... oh my god. This is gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I feel like I'm that meme, you know, the dog that's like sitting in the burning room. It's fine. But I think this is fine. So I'm just gonna blend this out and just like have a thin layer. That actually looks super cute. Let me see at the end when we're done with this look if I can like lower the light a little bit and we can see if we can catch some of the effect on the lid, because I see the effect here in real life, but I know in like the light that comes straight ahead, it's really hard sometimes to see it. But I will make it my mission to get this to like show up at the end of the video. I will say I used a little bit of this peach in my inner corners. That was very nice. I didn't even spray it or anything. It looks pretty cool, to be honest. Big fan. I really like it. We're gonna use this new mascara. It is from Maybelline. This is the Falsies Surreal Extensions Mascara. This is a new one. It looks like this. Let's see how this one is. Not very voluminizing, but I mean, it doesn't have to be. I like an elongating mascara. I did get a little up here, which is not ideal. So it is a little bit more on the watery side. It is elongating, but I'm not overly impressed with this brush. I feel like it's not like grabbing onto the lashes enough to really lift it. I'll try this a bit more, but just first impression, I don't like it more than the Lash Sensational. This is the Falsies Surreal. I don't feel like this is giving me Falsies effect at all, but we'll see. Okay, so I did this a little bit darker so that we can see the eye color, and let me see if I can... Is this gonna... I don't know. Do we see anything? Do you see anything? Maybe here a little bit, right? Am I dreaming, or are you seeing stuff? You're probably like, bitch, we can't see anything. Okay, I tried. Can I get a cookie for trying? Also, I was having some sound issues in the beginning of this video. I hope I was able to fix it in editing. For some reason, my microphone was on the wrong setting. Maybe I'm haunted, maybe this house is haunted, but it should be on the right settings now. So if you see any discrepancies between the first part of the video and this outro, it's because of the settings. So I'm gonna do the best I can to fix that in editing, but if you hear something wrong, I'm sorry. Technical issues. But this is the final look coming out of the video. I will say this foundation is still not my favorite. It just feels like it's gonna melt off my face at any second. Part of me is super excited that TikTok is finally coming into their era of being like, we don't need to love everything. We can be a little bit more nuanced. Like, we don't need to either love it or hate it either. It's okay to just feel indifferent about it sometimes and just be like, there's nothing wrong with this, but you definitely don't need it. And I'm really happy to see that TikTok is coming into that era. The other part of me is feeling like I'm a grumpy old lady being like, we invented this first, even though I was not part of inventing this in any way, shape, or form. Just, I understand that a new time calls for a new term, but de-influencing is just anti-hauling, or quite honestly just being honest about a product, not always talking about products you love, but also being a little bit more nuanced and talking about the products you don't love. I will say though, what I'm still missing in 9 times out of 10 on the platform is that people are not really saying why they love something or why they hate something. It's just that it's super amazing, but they never let you know more about like textures and formulas and their skin type and what they prefer. Is Like, there are so many more layers to products and why they might work out for you and why they might not work out for somebody else. And I don't want to be like a grumpy old lady that's just like, me, I don't like this new stuff, because I don't want to be that person, okay? I'm a cool adult, okay? I'd be a cool mom. I'm a cool dog mom. Is this just me telling myself this? But all in all, I just wish that we would call it what it is, and that is that we're giving a negative review. We're just letting people know that we actually don't love everything that we're trying, and it is totally fine to review something and not love it without just coming up with a new term. Because anti-hauling at its very core is not buying it, not trying it. It is telling you that you don't need it without even trying it or buying it. And that's not what de-influencing is. Most of the time, people seem to be de-influencing stuff that they've actually tried, and then it's just a review. We already have a word for that. I hope you liked the video. Please don't forget to subscribe. If everything goes to plan, I'm gonna have a very, very exciting video come in a couple of days, and I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will see you soon. Bye!